Hey guys, so I'm back on the rocket kiln again. Can't help myself, I'm just too excited. I prepped 4 pots this time. Show you one of them how they look before they're glazed. I just took a bunch of random glazes. I didn't even sieve them, nothing. I just basically splattered them on. I think this has got 5 different glazes on. Here's another that I did. It's just a bunch of different glazes. I got the bronze, I got the metal, I got a clear, I got a white, I got an orange, and I got a blue, I think, maybe green, not sure. Anyways, like I said, I took a bunch of random glazes. I just want to see if I can Raku this kiln really quickly, so I'm going to push it to the max. It's way too big for 4 little pots, but I'm going to try it anyways. I got about 2 hours to get it done. Hopefully I can get it to 1060 really fast and put them in some carbon and see what they come out like. So yeah, you'll see. This is what the pots look like that I'm going to Raku. They're just 4 pots that I threw on the wheel. They're not anything special. They're all mixed with wild clay and commercial clay, so they're a slight buff color. I think this one over here is completely wild clay. It's just a red earthenware. Maybe it's not an earthenware, it might be stoneware. I'm actually busy testing it in my electric kiln at the moment. But yeah, so there's like 5 different glazes on each of these. I've no idea whether they're going to work or not. I just totally winged it. I changed the setup of the rocket kiln. I put this kiln shelf over there just to block that hole that was there, just to help with the airflow because it's not quite full. I also left in some props just to help retain some heat. But I thought I'd show you how I actually make the fire this time, because I didn't do that previously. A little bit of a rough video, but yeah, so I stick in some newspaper there, and then I got some small pieces of wood here, which I then also just stick in there. Okay, something like that, and okay, and then I light it. I'm just going to light that edge over there. Maybe I need to light it at the bottom, but let's see if that goes. I'm going to do this in real time for you, so if you want to forward the video, go ahead, because this might be a slow one, at least the lighting part. I'm not going to show you all the parts of the burning. Okay, and then I put a brick over that, and I'll take the other one as well. Cover that up so that the airflow can come through this bottom hole and hopefully start sucking it through to this point. Okay, it's smoking quite a lot here, but it is starting to pull through. Yep, there's the smoke, there's some flames. I'm going to close this up. Oh, I forgot to plug in my thermocouple, so I'm going to do that. I'll get right back to you. Okay, it's burning pretty good. I'm just going to keep stoking for a little while. I'm using really small pieces of wood, stuff like this. Yeah, I've got a whole bucket full of small pieces of wood, and I'm really going to stoke it. We're already at 200 degrees Celsius, so climbing quick. There's no smoke. Oh, you guys can't see the smoke. Oh well. My plan is to get to about 1060 degrees and then open this door up and take the pots out. I'm going to put them, once that bucket is empty, I'm going to put some newspaper and leaves and whatever junk I can find, and then take the pot out when it's glowing red, dip it in there, let it like light up with fire and whatever, and then take it out and cool it down in a bucket of water. So yeah, then it kind of gets some cool effects. That's what Raku is, if you didn't know, but yeah, I'm sure some of you that are watching this probably do know. I'm going to pause this for a little while and I'll get back to you in a bit. Let me check the temperature first. We're already at 300 degrees Celsius, so it's climbing quick, although from the last firing it did take quite long in the end. After around 500 degrees it does slow down quite a bit, but I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna see if it can go really fast. I'm hoping to get done in, I got till 7 o'clock, it's 10 past 5, so I'm hoping to get done by then. Yeah, I'm actually gonna add one pot in there. I'm gonna open it up. It's currently at 487, so I'm just gonna open it up and see how things go. These are my Raku tongs that I made. They're far from great. They're just two pieces of metal rod. But hopefully they work. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there's some nice flames. Temperature dipped to 460 over there, so not too bad in that moment. $545, it's climbing quite good. 550, so it's climbing really nicely. Sadly this spy hole has been plugged in on the kiln, so I need to knock it out and make another one. I haven't removed it yet. I will eventually do that, but it is only the second time I'm firing it, so yeah. Already it's 6:32, 6:33. Oh, you can actually see this for the first time. I guess the time of day and lighting really helps. If we look inside there, it's starting to glow. Looking good. But yeah, so all these little pieces of wood are almost done, and then I'm going to start adding pieces about this size. That's about 30-40 centimeters long, and that's my pile of wood. I got even more again, even though I'm not going to use this. I do intend to do a cone 6 firing quite soon. Yeah, I readjusted that so now you can see the chimney and the firebox while I'm standing there. So cone 6, if you're wondering, is like mid-range temperature, give or take 1200 degrees Celsius. The previous firing I did was a low fire, which was cone 06. It's about 1060, sorry. I went to 1080, and then a high fire is around 1260, which will be the last firing I do, or at least I intend to do it at some point. Oh, I see some flames over there, so let me just tend to that. Already at 683, pretty good. I'm sure there's some of you out there that probably think this guy is crazy, but anyways, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. It's a whole learning curve. I haven't gone through lessons. I haven't done anything. I've just read some books and I have some. I think it's fun. That's all I'm really doing, is having some fun. It is quite dangerous though, so if you do decide to do something like this, take precautions. Don't be dumb. Not saying I won't be dumb, but yeah. Yeah, we just hit 660. Okay, well, I've run out of things to say to you guys, and the video is going to get really boring if you just literally stand and watch me make fire. So it's 17:28. It's been 20 minutes since I lit the fire. Pretty good that we're at 660 already. But I think I'm going to get back to you at close to 1,000, or if anything eventful happens. There's some random dude outside screaming and a lot of cars driving past, so it's a bit noisy. Okay, as you can see, it's gotten quite dark already. I hope you can see. It's already 10 past 6. Earlier at 866, there was a little bit of a stall at around 600, 700. I struggled to really pass 700. It is starting to climb now. I think it just needed to heat up the whole chamber, so that took a little bit of time. But it is getting there, so hopefully before 7 I can still open this up and actually do the Raku, even though it's going to be dark. Okay, so it's about 7 o'clock now. Pretty late. I still haven't hit 1060. But I am at 10:44, I'm getting real close and it's real dark. I think you can see me, but I'm not sure how well you're going to see what's going on. But yeah, I'm currently at 10:44 and it's kind of holding. I'm trying to get it there, but it's taking its sweet time. just dipped again to 1039, 1038. So yeah, it's going down and up and up and down. I'm not having as much success as the other day, but I'm trying to push it in under 3 hours, so that's probably why. Okay, it's 10 past 7, technically 7 past 7, but it finally hit 1060. It's currently dipping. It's now just below 1060. I'm gonna take it out. I also found these other kind of not really Raku tongs, but other tongs that I can use. So here it goes. It's gonna be pretty intense. Wow. Oh, I can't grab it, it's too hot. Okay, so I just chucked in that little pot that I put in like halfway through the firing. Just smoking it out now, getting it nice and reduced. And then I'm going to dip it in this water that I have right next to it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the next. It is quite hot, so I need to kind of stand behind the door when opening it. I don't know if I have the pot or not. Okay, I don't know where it is, so I'm just going to add more leaves and put the next one on top. Yeah, it's mad hot. I normally do that with a really small kiln. I'll show you that in another video. I do actually have a video recorded, I just don't know how to put it together. So, but you'll see it. Try and grab it out. Okay, that's it, I've dipped it. Just going to put it down there with some water and then grab the next one. It's really warm. It's a little too short. I'm just gonna let this cool down. Oh, it's warm. I need to extend these. These are really nice, but really short. Yeah, I'm just going to grab this one as well. I'm sure that looked super chaotic. This whole video was pretty chaotic and unplanned. So that's that. It's pretty dark, so I'll have to show you what these look like tomorrow. The biggest one definitely had melting glass. It maced on the shelf. Thank goodness I put some kiln wash on it, so it should be protected, but I might have to grind it off a little. This one sounded like it cracked a little bit. A bit difficult to see right now. I don't think you can see it. I'll have to show you tomorrow. This is what the kiln shelf looks like after the Raku firing. So there was some melting there. That broke off. That one is a little stuck. Also a little stuck, but you can actually see the strings of glass fiber that was pulled off. Check. It's quite crazy. As thin as little hairs. There's some little glass beads. Thank goodness I put the kiln wash on, because it definitely helped. But I do need to grind that off a little. That one came loose. There it came loose now. Maybe I just need a little bit of wiggling power. Yeah, I'll scrape that off then, just with a scraper, and then apply some more kiln wash, and it should be good for the next time. Okay, morning. So that was pretty wild. I looked at that footage last night and that was insane. Either way, if you do end up setting up something similar, be careful, because that was like, well, maybe a little on the dodgy end, but either way, it's done. I didn't burn, thankfully, so all good. Pots didn't come out all that nice, but anyways, here's the first one. It's the one that came out of the first firing from the test, that had the blue cobalt on it on its own. It had all those bubbles and so on, so I refired it. I added an orange glaze over that, so that's why there's some orange in it. It's got this hole in, kind of weird, but still kind of interesting. The bottom is now black, which is kind of cool. I don't love it, but I kind of like it. Most of them didn't come out really nice. I actually figured out what glazes I used, and I realized the white at the bottom, well, I put white at the bottom, so there's some spots where the other glaze just ran right off and left the white exposed, which is quite a harsh contrast, but it does look interesting. I mean, yeah, it's interesting, let's put it that way. That's all it is. That's the inside. This is the one I thought cracked, but I actually realized I chipped it and broke it over there. So still okay, but yeah, it probably does have a crack somewhere. I'll probably just use this as a garden pot or give it away, or I don't know what I'll do with this, but yeah, it's horribly nice, let's put it that way. Like, there's some really cool spots. And there's this one, the biggest out of the lot. This is the one that ran so much. Check, it's actually, the glass actually melted off. I'll show you on the kiln shelf. There's some leftovers inside there that I'm gonna have to clean off. But yeah, check that white area, it's really horrible. Not great. It's a friggin' airplane. Anyways, let's check. There's some really nice spots. Look at that. There's some green, oranges, blues, blacks, greys. Yeah, it's really interesting, but also really ugly. Inside looks quite nice. So this will probably also just be a random pot plant or something. Maybe I'll take some black paint and just cover that up. Might look a little less harsh. Or I'll just use it as is and make more. I mean, whatever. Check this spot. This is quite nice over here. It's got like copperiness to it. That's from the reducing, putting it in the leaves and paper and so on, which you weren't able to see. Then there's this one, the totally wild clay. It's now black as well. All of them are black due to the carbon, but yeah, I used the white glaze at the bottom of all of them, so sadly they all have this white speculiness, but I guess they kind of also have their own character. But yeah, I don't love them. I definitely won't be using that white glaze at the bottom. I mean, this area is really not nice, but check, it's quite cool other than those white spots. And maybe they add something to it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Yeah, and then the last one. This one, I quite like this one. It doesn't have as much white visible on it. It's got a lot of green, which is pretty awesome. Over here, I think this is a copper. I didn't fully go copper, but yeah, it's kind of like a matte-ish copper. Also black at the bottom. That's the inside. But yeah, I really like these. This one at least I really like. It's quite cool. I don't have all that much to say about them, but what I do have to say is next time I'm not going to rush and go insane with the glazing. I'm going to take care and take notes, pay attention to what I did. I have done it in the past. I should actually get one of the other pots, and you can see like some of them are really awesome. Here's one of these other pots that I did that I said I really liked. See the white on top? It's kind of like foam on the ocean. It looks pretty awesome. But yeah, next time I'll use the white on top instead of on the bottom, and it looks just so much better. I really like this one. I didn't glaze the inside there, but I did glaze the outside, and it just looks really nice. I really like this pot. It's one of my favorites. Seeing it in person is even nicer, but yeah, you can kind of get an idea. Maybe let's do that, get some light on it. Yeah, this one just looks really awesome, and it's got lots of metallicness to it. Here's one more. This one looks pretty cool too. This one's very metallic. It's got very similar glazes to the other one I just showed you, but it didn't have the white on it. So yeah, also didn't glaze the inside. This one is cracked, but yeah, looks pretty nice. I really like these two. These are probably my two favorite that I've ever made. But yeah, that was a cool test anyways with the rocket kiln. I probably will do that again, even though I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. At least not the way I did. Definitely wear the gloves instead of hold them on the outside. But yeah, like I said, I didn't burn, so all good. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, do your thing. Cheers.